This isn't a country album, this is a Beyonce album. Singer-dancer Beyonce said about her March 2024 album Act 2 Cowboy Carter. This cultural appropriation of country music started as far back as 2016, when Beyonce made an appearance on the CMAs. Since then, she dived headfirst into the expanding country music scene, replete with dyeing her hair blonde, wearing cowboy hats, and seemingly bleaching her skin. Let's look into cultural misappropriation by Beyonce. Misappropriating Southern and Western American culture isn't Beyonce's first cultural appropriation. In February 2016, Time magazine announced Beyonce as a Bollywood star is not cultural appropriation, while critics at The Independent and elsewhere said otherwise. In the Ben Moore directed video for Him for a Weekend, following Coldplay singers on a cultural tourist jaunt to Mumbai, India, overuse of Indian symbolism was remarked upon by the press. Arriving via taxi, the British band gazes out the windows and finds fire eaters, incarnations of Hindu deities, and posters for Bollywood films. One of these posters featured a film star played by Beyonce, and Coldplay entered a theater to watch a film where Beyonce sings and dances on screen, draped in a pink flowing sari and lavish gold jewelry. Ignoring an actual Bollywood actress in the video, Sonam Kapoor, Beyonce donned traditional Hindu marriage jewelry and outfits while seemingly embodying some sort of pop god. The worship of idols is complete. In that Coldplay video, she also dons a blue-eyed, blonde-haired getup, so perhaps her obsession with being a white woman started in 2016. Romanticizing India today would be difficult due to its consistent gang rape of Western tourists. According to NPR's opinion section in 2020, which seems to have vomited upon itself in this review, quote, "In a world full of racism, a world where being black makes many doubt their capabilities, Beyonce Knowles' Black is King, a visual companion to the 2019 album The Lion King, The Gift, is a breath of fresh air. In it she shows black is beautiful, black is glorious." The 85-minute film, written, directed, and produced by Beyonce, was released in July 2020 on Disney+. Despite this so-called breath of fresh air, the film hovers around a 5-star out of 10 stars rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So in a span of 4 years, Beyonce pivoted from black-only art to country music. Why? Country music is where the money is. As a genre, it is one of the most rapidly expanding sectors of music in North America, increasing in audience size by over 20% from 2022 to 2023 alone, according to Billboard magazine. As audiences turn away from hip-hop, pop, and rap messages of sex, drugs, and violence, country music provides a wonderful alternative and haven for common sense. Not every country music performance is a display of sex or drugs. Instead, themes such as home, marriage, motherhood, love, loss, addiction, and friendship are frequently explored. Country music rhythms of America are often traced back to Ireland or England, cementing country music as an American art form. Percussive elements are limited in contrast to pop and rap, and instead country music relies heavily on stringed instrument skill from mandolins to violins to guitars. Following the money, Beyonce is now insisting on waving an American flag in Act 2, Cowboy Carter. What a change from Dear Class of 2020, hosted on YouTube, where Beyonce thanks students around America for supporting Black Lives Matter, the same movement that insisted on turning away from American flags or kneeling upon their public display. Who's kneeling now? Beyonce is, before the juggernaut that is country music and white American Southern culture. Beyonce dips into victim mode, saying she wasn't welcomed into country culture, and that's what inspired the 2024 album. This multimillionaire thinks she's a victim. This has nothing to do with victimhood. Not everyone is going to welcome someone who wrote Black Parade. Black Parade was produced by Beyonce and Derek Dixie in the wake of the overdose death of George Floyd and the murderous protests that followed, which saw the death of a black police officer, David Dorn. Dorn was not commemorated in Beyonce's song, but Floyd was. The song was surprise released on June 19, 2020, also referred to as Juneteenth, a day supposedly commemorating the abolishment of slavery in the United States, which the American federal government solidified into a federal holiday, getting rid of Columbus Day and Flag Day. Of course, slavery still exists around the United States in brothels, whorehouses, and on various farms run and staffed by illegals. Beyonce's consistent statements encouraging public protest could be interpreted as incitement, which is illegal. Any decent host venue would and should ban her, as well as refuse to play her album.